Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number one. Yes, day number one, week 9, spring 2024 of our journey together. That's day number one, week 9, spring 2029, spring 2024. So day number one, week 9, spring 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. Today is definitely Monday. Today is the 3rd or the 4th? Yeah, today is the 4th. Monday, the 4th of March. So today is Monday, the 4th of March, 2024. Our subject is, of course, mathematics.
Excuse me, Mr. D.
Mm-hmm.
On your screen, I only could see the solving word problems. He was in the LCM.
That's because your computer is not computer, that's because your internet is slow. So you need to log out and come back.
Mr. Petit, that's what I see too.
That's all you see? Okay, so
Yes, so
That's all I see him too from September 18th.
okay, so how about now?
It's good now.
yes, sir.
Okay, I had the wrong screen sharing. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at travel graphs or distance time graphs. So let's get some notes out the way. So when considering write this down for me, please. When considering travel graphs, a horizontal line means that the object is not moving. A slanted line that is ascending means that ascending, when you say ascending, that means we have a positive slope. So when we have a horizontal line for a travel graph or distance time graph, when we have a horizontal line, that means a line that goes from left to right, right? So a line that goes from left to right. A line that goes from left to right. That's what we mean by a horizontal line. That means that the object is not moving, so the object is at rest, right? A slanting line that has a positive slope means that the object is moving at a constant speed. And a slanting line that is descending. So descending means that you have a negative slope, means that the object is if we have a positive slope, that means that the line is moving, the line is ascending, that means it's going up. And that means that the object is moving at a constant slope, right? A constant speed. If we have a horizontal line, that means that the object is not moving. And if we have a negative slope, or that we have the line is descending, that means that the object is moving in reverse, right? So in reverse. And when we say in reverse, we still mean constant speed. So it's still, and the speed is constant. Right, so let me draw an image of what I'm talking about, so you can have an understanding of exactly what I'm talking about. So, by the way, please draw this again. Please not draw this, but please write this down. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say we have we have this line like so, right? Now this line, is it moving upward or is it moving downward? This line right there, the one in blue. Is it moving upward or is it moving downward?
Upward.
It's moving upward, very good. Now, what do we say about things that are moving upward? What does that mean? That means that the object is what?
Slanting,
That means that the object
It
is
is moving
Ascending
in
it's-
speed.
ascending.
it means that the object is moving at a constant speed. It's right there in the notes, right? It means that the object is moving at a constant speed. So horizontal line, the horizontal line means that, let me just highlight them so you can like actually see what I'm talking about. Horizontal line means that the object is not moving. That's what horizontal line means. A slanting line, let me highlight this one as well. Let's say we use this color, means that the object is moving at a constant speed. A slanting line, that is descending, right? A slanting line that's descending means that the object is moving at constant speed, but it's reverse, right? It's moving in reverse. All right, it's going back in the direction where it, started from, right? So it's heading back along the same path, but from the opposite direction. So yeah, this slanting line right here, right? That means that the object is moving, but it has a constant speed. So then we have this horizontal line. Let me put it right here. This horizontal line, what does that mean? That means that the object
Is not moving.
is
so
not moving.
not moving. What's another word for not moving?
Stagnant.
Not moving. It's the object is at rest, right? It's at rest. So it's not moving, it's at rest. That's what this means. So when you have a horizontal line, it means that the object is not moving, it's at rest. So what does the horizontal line mean when we're looking at time graphs or trapegraphs? It means that what?
It means that the object is not moving.
Very good. It means that the object is not moving. Now this slanting, and then when we go and we put another line here, say this line, and we have it like this. Now this line, is it ascending or descending?
I think descending.
Yeah, it is descending. Yeah, it's descending. And what do we say about lines that are descending? What does that mean?
The object is moving in reverse and the speed is constant.
Yeah, moving in reverse. So moving in reverse. That's this one. Moving in reverse.
Excuse me, Mr. Badi, may I be excused to get a ruler, please?
Yes, you can. Oh, by the way, y'all will need a ruler for this class because of the topic that we did with time graph, there's going to be a lot of drawing. So this one means that the object is moving in reverse. So let me put this here. Moving in reverse. Maybe you could use like a green. So this means that the object is moving in reverse. And then this one means that the object is moving forward. All right.
Excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be doing this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's Naya, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, yeah, good. Now, so this one means that the object is moving forward. That means when we have a line that's ascending, that means that the object is moving forward. When we have a line that's horizontal, that means that we're at rest. We have a line that's going downward, it means that we're moving in reverse. All right. So, no, Jasmine. Jasmine, you're working with us today. By the way, question, what do we mean when we have a line that is horizontal, a horizontal line? What does that mean?
It
Means that the object is not moving
That means that the object is not moving.
or
right?
at rest.
It's at rest. Very good. When we have an object that is moving upward but slanted, what does that mean? Moving upward but slanted, what does that mean? Moving upward but slanted, what does that mean?
Means that the object is moving at a constant speed.
Constant speed, and it's moving what? Forward, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. And then what do we have? What do we mean when the object is moving? What do we mean when the line is slanting but it's downward? What does that mean?
It means that the object is
It's
moving
moving in reverse.
Yeah, it's
and the
moving.
speed is constant.
It means that the object is moving in reverse. It's returning to the start, right? So it's returning to the start, going back to the start where it was.
Excuse me, Ms. Petit, we drawing this, right?
Yes, definitely draw that. All right, so all right, good. So that's the first slide. So all I wanted you to know from this slide is what we mean when we say we have a line that is horizontal, right? What do we mean when we have a line that's slanted but ascending? And what do we mean when we have an object that is when we have a line that's slanted but it's descending? All right, so let's quick recap. When we have a line that is horizontal, what does that mean? A horizontal line, what does that mean?
Means that the object
object
is not
is not
moving or at rest.
Very good. The object is not moving, it's at rest, it's stationary. What do we mean when we have a line that is slanted but it's ascending? What does that mean?
Means that the
The
object is
object is
moving
moving at a constant speed.
That means that the object is moving what? The object is moving what?
Forward, I think.
Yes, forward at constant speed. But we have a line that is slanted but descending. What does that mean?
It's moving and reverse.
Moving in reverse. Very good. Okay, are we done with the slide? Can I move it? Are y'all still ready?
No, sir, I ain't done.
No, you're not done. Okay. Where's Kennedy?
Yes, sir.
You're playing games, you're playing a lot of games, but I don't have time to play games with students. So I'm not allowing you back in my class until you do what I tell you to do. And you won't do that yet. And you can say yes all you want, but you never do it. So until you do that, then you'll be allowed back in my class. I don't have no time to play games, especially with students. I don't do that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to
It's just
uh-huh.
Can you explain what's y'all doing? Because I keep getting on the meeting and I couldn't hear what y'all saying.
Okay, what I was saying is that when you have a line that is slanted but ascending, that means that the object is moving forward. When we have a line that is horizontal, that means that the object is at rest. When we have a line that is slanted but descending, that means that the object is moving in reverse. All right,
Mhm.
understand?
Can you put it in the chat? I'm still writing.
No problem.
Excuse
Now,
me, Mr. Petit.
go
How
ahead.
do you know if a line is moving forward and one is moving in reverse?
It's easy. It's clear. I mean, this one is going up, this one is going down. You can see that? Like the slope is positive here. Like it's like you're going up a stairs, right? That means you're going forward. And here it's like you're going down the stairs, right? So that's how you know the difference.
Yes, sir.
Now, I must say, I must admit, or I must put on this thing that in each case, when we have here, let me put it on, let me put on the chart too, in the slide too. In each case, we have a constant speed. So don't let this fool you. The speed is constant. So constant speed, right? So this means constant speed. The speed is the same, right? Throughout. So that we have a constant speed here because the slope is constant. So constant speed. And the same thing with this one, even though it's moving in reverse, right? For both of them, the speed is constant. So constant speed. So so the first one is a constant speed moving forward, and the second one is a constant speed moving backward. Let me say that again. The first one is constant speed moving forward, and the next one is constant speed moving backwards. So both of them is constant speed. You understand that? Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
tough. I'm
So-
still a
Yeah,
little
sir.
lost.
Yeah, and hey, Reagan, yeah, there's nothing to be lost about this. The line going up, it moving forward. The line is horizontal, it resting. The line is moving down, it's in reverse. What's so odd about that?
Okay, so if we like get it on an exam and we have to label it, we'll just basically like list the stages. It's like basically a stage, right? Each different section is a different stage that you'd have to go into.
You know, why are you trying to make this thing complicated? If the line is moving forward, it's ascending. So if the line is slanted and ascending, the object is moving forward. If the line is horizontal, the object is at rest. If the line is slanted and descending, the object is moving in reverse. What's so hard about that? Nothing. Anyway, let's do an exercise so you can see exactly how to put in the practice. So, great exercise.
Mr. Petit, can you put the notes in the chat?
Oh yeah, let me put the notes in the chat for you, for persons who are still writing.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Can you put that link in the chat for me, please?
Yeah, I think I just did. I think I posted inside the chat. Let me see. Yeah, it's inside the chat. So for those of you who are still writing, the notes are sent. For those of you still writing our first one, it's inside the chat. So let me give you all an exercise on this so you can get an idea of what we mean. So number one, the horizontal line. A, the object is moving forward. B, the object is at rest. And C, the object.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
What does the word denotes mean?
Oh my goodness, come on, man. What do you think it means?
Like states, I think. Like
Or
tells you
represent?
it.
Yeah, like, come on, man, don't make this hard. This is not difficult. Don't make this hard. This is exactly the same question I asked the question 3 times. The object is moving in reverse. I don't know why you're trying to make this hard. I'm not about this. All right, and number 2. If an object is moving forward, what type of line is best suited to represent it? Number 1, a horizontal line. B, a vertical line. Or C, a slanting line. With a positive slope. And number 3, a slanting line that is descending. What does a slanting line that is descending tell us about the object? The object is moving forward. The object is moving in reverse. Or C, object is at rest. Number 4, on the graph below. Can I find in the graph below? Right. F R for the places where the object is moving forward, at rest, or backwards. Okay, so for number 4, please pay close attention because for number 4, you have to actually write on the graph. So you're gonna write F wherever you think that the object is moving forward. You're gonna write B wherever you see the object is moving backwards, and you're gonna write R wherever the object is at rest. All right. So you have to actually write on the graph. So for example, if you think that the object is in reverse in this place, you'll put R. If you think that the object is moving forward, then you'll put F. If you think that the object is moving in reverse, or backwards, you'll put B, right? And then here you'll put, like, whatever you think is the thing. It's just an example. These are not the correct answers. But I'm saying, put the letter on the graph wherever you think the object is moving. Is at rest, is it moving backwards, or it is moving forward? Do you understand what I mean for part
Yes, sir.
this
Yes,
one?
sir.
So you have to put the letter on the correct area, right? All right, so all right, Ajani, what number you on?
Number 1.
Number 1. Akira, what number you on? Where's Akira?
Number 1 as well, sir.
Okay, you understand what to do?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Yes, sir.
Good. Yes, Kingston.
You have 2 objects for number 3. I think the first one's supposed to be about it.
Number 3.
Yes, sir.
What does the about? Thank you. And thank you. And Alicia, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Alicia McIntosh, what number you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
One
Number
moment.
4.
Number 4. Yes, Reagan.
Do we have to write? We don't have to write the.
Oh
the
my
numbers.
goodness. Yo, my goodness. I know you're not asking this question. I know you're not asking this question. When since we don't write down the questions? When since?
I didn't say questions. I said the numbers for number 4 on the questions.
Of course you have to write the numbers. Come on, Reagan. Ask questions that make sense, man. It's the reason why I put on the screen. Aaliyah. Aaliyah, stop. What number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. And Aliana, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. And Amaranique, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Angel, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. For those who are just joining, I'm gonna put the notes inside the chat for you. Where is Brene? Brene, what number you on?
I'm in number 4.
Number 4. And Bree and
Excuse
Bri.
me.
Bree and Bri, what number you all on?
Number 4.
Good. Nakari, you had a question?
Yes, so we have to draw the graph.
Yes, Nakari, you have to draw the graph. How else are you gonna write down the letters on the graph if you don't draw it? Chai, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Good. And Ciara Reckley, what number you on, Ciara?
4.
Number 4. Daniel, where's Daniel? Hello, I noticed. Are you studying or are you busy doing something else?
Studying.
Okay. Where is Daniel? Daniel, are you there? Where's Daniel? You can't hear from Daniel. Where's Daniel? Start this foolishness again, Daniel. Dari, what number you on?
And number 4.
Number 4. Demetria Edgecombe, what number you on?
I on number 3.
Number 3. Dia Gibson, what number you on? Where's Dia? What number you on? Number 4. Okay, good. Dion, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Darnik, what number you on?
4.
Number 4. And Dante Darwell, what number you on? Dante Darwell, what number you on? Can't hear from Dante. Darnik,
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
On the for number 4, is it okay if we put the same letter twice?
Yeah, you could put the same letter twice. Darnik, what number you on? Number 4. And Dante, what number you said you were on? Dante Darwell.
Number 3.
Number 3. Egypt, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. And what's her name? Evanice, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Good. Jasmine Lowe. What number you on, Jasmine? Where's Jasmine? Jasmine, are you there? By the way, for those of you who are finished, number 3, good. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I don't have nobody with notes yet on the work, so I guess no one is finished. Take a picture of your notes and take a picture of your notes as well as your take a picture of your notes as well as your grade exercise. Casey, what number you on?
I'm on number 2, sir.
Number 2. And Kamar, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Kevin, what number you on?
Number 4, sir.
Number 4. Kingston, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4, good. And Kyle, what number you on, Kyle? Kyle, what number you on? Where's Kyle?
I'm writing down the notes, sir.
Okay, you came late.
Yes, sir. My internet was knocked out.
Okay, well, quickly write down the notes because you have this exercise to do. Daniel, where's Daniel? I'm calling you inside the chat, but you're not responding. I mean, inside the class. That's why I called you now, because you're not responding to your name. What are you working on now? Say it again. Did you finish the stuff for the videos? Did you finish them? Okay, you have to finish them. Then you can work with us. Okay, I understand. I know. The Strava graph. All right. Work on that and then send me what you have once you finish. What number you on this? Okay, well, finish this and then go to the video. Where is Malia Road? Malia, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Good. Malik, what number you on?
I'm here, sir.
What number you on?
Number 4, sir.
Number 4. Again, for those persons who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I'll have to send my work when my mother reaches home.
Okay, good.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I'll also have to send my work when my mother reaches home because I don't know where she gone.
Okay, good. Please make sure that you also write down the options. I see person send me the work and they only have the answer. Write down the options as well. I don't know why I have to say that. Okay, where is Mark? Mark, what number you on?
Oh, number 2, sir.
Number 2, good. And Michael, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Mila, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Excuse
Navia,
me, Mr. Batty. I'm about to send you my work right now, so.
okay, good. But can you speak after I finish speaking? Because you like literally just cut me in the middle of my statements.
My bad, sir.
Mila, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on, Nevaeh? Where's Nevaeh? Nevaeh Wallace? Can't have Nevaeh. Nivea Garden, what number you on?
I'm already done. I sent you my work as well.
You sent it already? Okay, that's good.
Yes, sir.
Paul, where's Paul?
I'm on number 4.
You're on number 4. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number for those persons who are new, and it's not okay, it's either yes or no, sir. For those persons who are new, my number is 426-8891. Randisha, what number you on? Randisha? Where's Randisha?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. And Reagan, you finish?
Yes, so I already sent you my work, sir.
Really? How come? Oh, I see it. Okay, and Ronisha, what number you on? Where's Ronisha? I'm done. Okay. Sadell, what number you on?
I'm already finished, but I have to wait on my mommy to get her phone to take the picture.
Okay. Naya, now you finish?
Yes, sir. I sent you the work.
Really? I don't see yours. I don't see it. Wait, let me check. Wait, let me check. Oh, you sent it. Okay, good. Okay, good. So let's go over the answers to these questions. Anyone else finish? Is there anyone else who's done?
Yeah, so I am.
Okay. Anyone else who's finished besides those few who mentioned?
I am.
Okay.
I'm sending the notes now.
Okay. Make sure I take a picture of your work and send it to me. Once you finish. Zaria, what number you on? Zaria? Okay, let's go over the answers. We don't want to spend all night on this question. Okay, so okay, let's begin. For number one, I said that a horizontal line denotes blank. Is it A, the object is moving forward, B, the object is at rest, or C, the object is in reverse? Which all have for number one?
B.
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 I have B.
B, very good. Anyone else have B? The object is,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
okay.
B, sir.
Okay, good. The object is at rest. So the horizontal line means that the object is at rest. The correct answer is B. If you have B, please tick it. That is the correct answer. Number two, Zaria, type inside the chat because we cannot hear you. I want to know what number are you on. Okay, so number one is B. If number two, if an object is moving forward, what type of line is best suited to represent it? If an object is moving forward, what type of line is best suited to represent it? Chola for that one.
I have C.
C. C is moving for a slanted line with a positive slope. Very good. That's correct. Anyone else got C?
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Good. And then number three, what does slanting line? What does I supposed to say? What does a slanting? So what does a slanting line? What does a slanting line that is descending tell us about the object?
B.
B. The object is what?
Moving in reverse.
Moving in reverse. Very good. Anyone else got that? The object is moving in reverse. Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. And number four. This will be interesting. Where do we put the F? The forward object is moving forward. Where do you put that?
I put F by the part where it say 4 o'clock.
By the part where it say 4 o'clock. Here?
No, sir, a little bit up.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's where it is because it's forward. Why? Because do you have a line that is moving, a line that is ascending, right? It's ascending, has a positive slope. That's moving forward. Anywhere else? Do we have to put the F? Anywhere else or just F?
I also put F in the little part, like the curvish part. I don't know what to call that.
You mean right here?
Yes, sir, that's why I put it.
Right here? No, that's not F.
More up.
How about here?
Yes, sir.
Right here? Yeah, right there. Good. So this is gonna be F. Good. And then we want R. Where we gonna put R?
It goes between both of the
Say it again.
between both of the apps. That one part.
Very good. So R. Wait, this is rest. Right here. Rest means R means rest. So it's gonna be right here. and also right here. Anyone got that? Anyone else got that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. And then finally backwards. Only one place for it to go. And that's gonna be what? Right there. Okay, good. Anyone else? Anyone got this part right? For the graph.
I did.
Me.
Yes, I
Yeah, so
Okay. Good. All right, good. So that's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Anyone else, anyone got all right? So I should have anyone got all right?
Yes, sir.
I did.
yes, sir.
I did.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I almost got all right, but I did not put the F for the slope right there between the two R's.
Oh, okay, okay. Be careful. Good. So take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. And if you got two wrong, put N. Again, if you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. If you got two wrong, put N.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Hmm.
What subject do we have after this?
Who that is asking this question?
Diary.
No, you're not asking this question. It's like your third week inside this class. I don't understand you. All right, so I need you all to draw this. Let me please draw this graph for me. Again, I need you all to draw this graph, label it and everything, okay? So draw it for me first. Wait, I don't think my screen, y'all can see it, right? Okay, draw this graph for me. Question, where is it moving forward? Where is it ascending? Where is it moving forward?
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock, all the way to what? So all of this,
All the way to 10.
all of this means that the object is what? What the object is doing?
Ascending.
The object is ascending, but what's the object
Descending.
doing? No, it can't be descending. How the object is descending? What happened to the object at this point?
It's at rest.
Oh my goodness. Look at this line. This line is slanted and
Descending.
as a positive
Moving
slope.
forward.
What's the object doing?
A positive slope.
So what's the object doing?
It's ascending.
No, what's the object doing? The object
it move at a constant
Moving
speed.
forward.
moving forward. The object is moving forward at a constant speed. So this one's gonna be F. Please draw this diagram, please. Draw this diagram. So object is moving forward. Okay, that's forward. Question, what is the object doing in this instant right now? What's the object doing? Is it moving forward, backward, or
Forward.
is it resting?
Forward.
Forward.
Forward. The only difference between this one is that it's moving slower, right? So it just moves slower. So the object was moving fast at a faster speed, but then it moves slow, start moving slower. It's still moving fast, but it's still moving, but moving forward, but it's just moving slower. So from here to here, the object is moving forward, right? Forward, but just slower. And then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Or what's happening in this yellow place right there? What's happening here to the object?
At rest.
The object is what?
At rest.
The object is at rest. So R, the object is at rest, right? Oh, put the last. Let me. Oh, by the way, yeah. Let me put the last one in the chat. for those persons who are still writing this down. By the way, please draw this diagram. Again, please draw this. This is going to be very important because we're going to be answering questions based on this. Okay, now what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Say here. What's happening? What's happening in the green portion? To the
It's
object.
descending.
Descending
No, what's happening to the object? What's the object doing?
in reverse.
The object is going back in reverse, so it's returning to the start, right? All right, so it is going to be the object is moving in reverse, or the object is moving backwards. All right. All right, so the green one, when we see a line is descending, that means that the object is moving backwards. How about it's moving backwards or it's moving in reverse? It's returning back to the start. How about here? What did the object do? What happened here?
Rest.
The object at rest. It's stationary. And then finally, the last portion here. What's happening here? What's happening to the object?
In reverse.
The object is in reverse, or the object is moving backwards. All right. So draw this, please. Draw this diagram. Based on this question, right? What time did the person start walking or driving? What time?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. They start at 9 o'clock. Okay. That's a good point to make. Okay, so let's answer some questions based on this. All right, so make sure I write down that, copy down that graph. All right. So based on this graph, let's answer some questions. So I'm gonna make this smaller so we can have space to answer our questions. But make sure I draw the graph as well, right? So the first question says, Kevin rode his bike from his home to a friend's house. On the way, he had a flat tire.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just joining. My Wi-Fi was off and it just got back on.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for the update. So make sure for this one, for the slide, Brianna, draw the diagram and then we can answering the questions based on it.
Yes, sir.
So on the way home, he had a flat tire. The first question says, how many minutes after he left home did he have the flat tire? It's a good question. It's a question about like minutes.
Excuse me, sir. What do we have after this?
We have English language. So how many minutes after he left home did he have the flat tire? This is very interesting. So, can someone tell me based on the graph, at what point did he have at what time did he have did he have the flat tire? What time you think he had the flat tire?
10 p.m., sir.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Think he had the flat tire at 10 o'clock? Let's look. 10 o'clock is here. And if we look on the graph,
9:30.
someone say 10 o'clock. So if we look on the graph up here,
9:50.
if we look at the graph here at 10 o'clock, it shows that he's moving forward. So that's not a flat tire. Where did he have the flat tire? Or what time, sorry?
9:30.
9:30? Well,
Almost close to 11.
10:30.
no,
11 o'clock?
no, definitely not. No. Nope.
9:45.
9:45 sounds like the answer. Okay, so let's see, right? So how do we know when he had the flat tire? So here he is moving, right? And then we notice that at this point right here, that's when it changed speeds, right? Then he started to move what? He started to move slower, right? And so he's still moving, but he's moving slower. So right at this point, right, that same where that red point is, right at this point, right here, is where he had a flat tire. Do you all understand that? So we had a flat tire right here. Do you all understand that? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
good. So he's moving at a constant speed, up. Then here he has a flat tire, and so we change the speed, and so he's be moving like this. All right. So right here is where he had the flat tire. I can ask again. Do you all understand where he got the flat tire? Right there.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm not only talking to these 4 people, I'm talking to the rest of the class. So please answer me. Do you all understand where he got
Yes, sir.
Do you understand where he got the flat tire?
Yes, sir.
Go. Good. So he got the flat tire right here. Now the question is, what time is that? So in order to figure out the time for that, we have to go down and down and down and down and down and all the way down right here. That's how we'll know the time for the flat tire. So the flat tire occurred right here. Right? Now, if we look carefully, this right here is 9:15, right? This one is 9:15. This right here is 9 what? 9:30. This right here is 9 what? 9:45. So the time that he took, the time that he had the flat tire was what? What time?
9:45.
9:45.
Yeah, 9:45 a.m. All right. That's the time that he got the flat tire. Now the question asks us how many minutes after he left home did he have the flat tire? So how are we gonna do that? We're gonna say what? 9:45. Let me put this in red. We're gonna say 9:45. So 9:45 a.m. minus what? Minus 9.
9 o'clock.
Minus 9 o'clock, that's when he start. And what is 9:45 a.m. minus 9 o'clock? What that's gonna be?
45.
45.
That's gonna be 45. So how many minutes after did he leave home did he have the flat tire?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. All right, 45 minutes. So the answer for this one is going to be 45 minutes. Do you all understand how I got that? 45 minutes? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
The rest of you, do you understand how I got 45 minutes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
good. So we start at
Yes,
9.
sir.
So we start at 9
Yes, sir.
o'clock, right? And then he had the flat tire at 9:45, right? And so that distance, not that the amount of time that it took him to get the flat tire was 9:45. Sorry, the amount of time is 45 minutes because he started at 9 o'clock and he had the flat tire at 9:45. So he had 45 minutes. That's the duration of time. That's how long it took him before he got the flat tire. Tyra, can you explain how we got 45 minutes?
That's simply the time it took to get to and from, well, to get to the next point.
Say it again. Explain it in depth so we can understand.
Okay, I mean, yes, so, the starting point was at home, and that's at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then he moved up or forward.
Uh-huh.
He moved up and forward, but he didn't go fully to 10. He stopped right before 10, so that made it 9:45 before he rested his friend's house.
Well, he didn't reach his friend's house yet. Talking about where he had the flat tire. So we know it's the place where he had the flat tire because why? How do we know that this is the place where he had the flat tire? What tells us that?
Talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
One more time, please.
How do we know he had a flat tire at this point? What tells us that he had a flat tire at this point?
I don't know.
Well, he was moving at this speed, right? And then you notice that the slanted line kind of goes lower. So it was steep. Then it basically changed slope. So he changed speed. So at first he was moving fast at a fast rate because he's on his bike. Now, since he got a flat tire, he's moving slow because the slant in the line got lower. So that's how we know he had the flat tire at this point. Understand?
Yes, sir, got you.
So this right here, 9:45 is where we had the flat tire. And how are we gonna get 45 minutes? Where we gonna subtract 9:45 and 9 a.m. That's gonna give you what? 45 minutes.
45.
Good. Tegan, do you understand how we got 45 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Good. Summer, do you understand how we got 45 minutes? Where's Summer? Summer, do you understand? How we got 45 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So the next question says, it says, it's still gonna be A, but we're gonna call this A double I. So it says, write the answer as a fraction of an hour. Write the answer as a fraction of an hour. So the answer we got above, which was 45 minutes, they want us to write that as a fraction of an hour. So how are we gonna do that? As a fraction of an hour. Put the answer.
We would change our action. We would find a way to convert an hour into a fraction, which will be like 4. And then we'll find how much 45 is out of an hour, which is 3. It's 3/4 of an hour. So our answer will be 3/4.
How did you get 3/4?
Because, okay, like this. Wait, no.
Anyone want to help?
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
A quarter of a fraction is 15 minutes. And 15 minutes equals to a whole hour. So that'll be 4. So we'll change that hour into 4 because an hour has 4 quarter parts. And because 45 is half and a quarter of an hour, it'll be 3/4.
Very good explanation. We don't have to do it that way. It's sort of the long way. But very good explanation. All we have to do is put 45 over how many minutes in an hour? Anyone can answer.
60.
How much minutes in an hour?
60.
60. So we're just gonna say 45 over 60. Okay. Now 45 over 60, is that in simplest form?
No, sir.
No,
No.
sir.
No, right? So we could reduce it. What number we could use to go into 45 and 60?
5.
5. We could use 5. So 45 divided by 5 is going to be what?
9.
9. And then 60 divided by 5 is what?
12.
12. Good. So we have 9 over 12. Is 9 over 12 in simplest form? Yes, yet?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. What number can go into 9 and 12?
3.
3.
3. Good. So we're going to divide top and bottom by 3. So it's going to be 9 divided by 3. And then 12 divided by 3, which is going to be equal to, what is 9 divided by 3? It's going to be what?
3.
3.
3. And what is 12
3
divided?
over 4.
What is 12 divided by 3?
4.
4.
So the answer is 3
Now
over.
I understand, Mr. Petit.
Yeah, so the answer is 3/4.
4.
Good. Do you all understand how we got our answer? Let me know, please.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Not really.
not really. Besides Demetria, anyone else understand how we got our answer?
I understand.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. There's still some persons who are not responding to me when I ask if you understand. So I'm gonna try it again. Do you understand how we got 3/4?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first thing,
Yes, sir.
go ahead, Tay, again.
I was gonna ask if you can explain it again.
Okay. How many hours, how many minutes in an hour?
60.
60 minutes, right? And they say express, write your answer in A as a fraction. We got 45 minutes from the first question. So we have to put 45 over 60, right? Because it's 45 minutes at the top and then 60 at the bottom. All right. So then what we do? We're going to divide top and bottom by what?
5.
By 5. 45 divided by 5 is what?
9.
9. And then 60 divided by 5 is
12.
12. Then we could divide 9 and 12 by what?
3.
By 3. 9 divided by 3 is what?
3.
3, and 12 divided by 3 is
4.
4. So the answer is
3/4. Where did 3 come from? So we could just use any number. We could go into
you could
the
have
two
to
number.
go into both of them, yes.
Thank you.
Where is Valdez? Valdez, you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's your notes from the first one? Did you send your notes yet?
I waiting on my phone to cut on it there.
Okay. And Summer, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Tyrone? Tyrone, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Jabez, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Samantha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Ricardo, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Reagan, do you understand? Where's Reagan? Reagan, are you there? I can't hear from Reagan. Where is Zara Hannah? Zara Hannah, do you understand how we got an answer? Zara Hannah. And Kevin, you understand how we got an answer?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on to the next question. It says, Sarah says, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, you didn't finish writing the first one? Okay. For those persons who need the notes from the first two, I'm gonna send the notes inside the chat. For those who missed the first exam, for the first two exercises. All right, so the next part of the question says, part C. Let me just continue from now. What is this is it's not this is not this is AII and this is B. So next part says he then walked the rest of the way to his friend's house. Calculate how far did he walk to get to his friend's house. So how far did he walk to get to his friend's house? That's what the next question is asking. How far did he have to walk? How far did he walk to get to his friend's house? How far did he walk? Now let's go back to this, right? So if we look at this diagram, it says he then walked the rest of the way to his friend's house. How far did he walk to get to his friend's house? So how far? When they say how far, they're asking for the distance, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after he got his flat tire, at what 20 kilometers. Then he walked to his friend's house, and his friend's house is 25 kilometers away. So how far did he walk to get to his friend's house after he got the flat tire? How far did he have to walk?
5 kilometers.
Say it again.
5 kilometers.
5 kilometers. How did you get 5 kilometers?
Subtract 25 from 20.
Subtract what?
I subtract 25, 20.
Yes, 25 minus 20. Now, for those of you who don't understand, the reason why we're subtracting is because look carefully. At 20 miles right there, that's where he had the flat tire at 20. At 25, right, that's where he, reached his friend's house, right? So how long? We're going to take 25 and 20 and subtract and to find out the distance between when he got his flat tire and when he got to his friend's house. So the answer is going to be what? 25 kilometers. So 25 kilometers. All right, 25 kilometers. Minus what? Minus 20 kilometers. And what is 25 km minus 20 km? That's going to be what?
5 kilometers.
5 kilometers. Very good. All right, let me know if y'all understand how we got 5 kilometers.
I did.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So how do we get for 5 kilometers? We got 5 because this is 20 kilometers right there. This is 25 kilometers. And when we subtract 25 and 20, we get 5 kilometers. So that's how we get our answer. All right. Alasia, you understand how we got 5 kilometers?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Alicia? Alicia McIntosh, you understand? How we got 5?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
explain how we got 5 kilometers.
Where he got the flat tire was at 20 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
Then the distance from where he got the flat tire to his friend's house, which is what at 25, you subtracted the 25 kilometers from the 20, which give you 5 kilometers.
Very good. Thank you for that explanation. And Bree? Are you there, Bree?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Bri, are you there? Where's Bri?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Do y'all understand how we got 5 kilometers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
Okay, good. And how about you? Chai, you understand how we got 5?
Yes, sir.
Explain how we got 5 kilometers.
All right. When did he stop? At 20, right? And then he kept on moving until 25. We subtract the 25 by the 20, which gives us 5 kilometers.
Very good. So we got 5 kilometers because we subtract 25 and 20. Okay. Okay, so the next part of the question.
Excuse me, Mr. T.
Go ahead.
May I be excused for 2 minutes, please?
Yes, we can. We can. Okay, so the next question says, yes, might have been just subtracting the 2 distances. Good. Okay, so let's move on to the next part of the question. It says, okay, so the next part of the question says that he then walked, well, no, at his friend's house. So write this part down. This is part C, by the way. At his friend's house, he repaired the tire, played video games, then left. So at his friend's house, he played video games. He repaired the tire and then he left, right? So the question is, how long did Kevin stay? How long did Kevin stay at his friend's house? How long did he stay at his friend's house? That's the question. How long did he stay at his friend's house? Okay, any answers? Any ideas on how we can get that? How long? We want to figure out the time. How long did he stay at his friend's house? Anyone can answer?
well, he got there at I think that's 10:45, and he left at 11:45. So you would work out the time frame.
So what is the
An hour?
you still
An
didn't
hour?
tell me exactly
1 hour.
1 hour, yeah. So this is when he got at his friend's house. Now, how do we know that he's at his friend's house? What's the hint? What's the
He's
hint?
at rest.
He's at rest, right? So the hint of that is it's a what? A straight line, right? So this straight line means that he's at his friend's house, right? So we take in all of this duration, this whole duration of time, right? That represents the time that he's at his friend's house. This whole duration of time. Now he starts at his friend. The time when he started at his friend's house would be that's 10:45, right? 10:45. Because this is 10:15, this is 10:30, this is 10:45. And then he left his friend's house at this time. What time is that? That's going to be what? 11 what?
45.
11:45. So he started his friend's house at 10:45. He left his friend's house at 11:45. So we have to subtract the times, right? So it's gonna be 11:45. 11:45 a.m. minus 10:45. Minus 10:45 a.m. And what is 11:45 minus 10:45? That's going to be equal to what?
1 hour.
1 hour.
I mean, yes, 1 hour.
Exactly 1 hour. So the answer of how long did he stay at his friend's house? Well, the answer is 1 hour. He stayed at his friend's house for 1 hour. Yes.
How do you know that is 11:45?
Okay, just gotta count. This is 11. This is 11:15. This is 11:30. This is 11:45. This is 12. So in each case, we're moving by 15. So again, this is 11. This is 11:15. This is 11:30. This is 11:45. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Do you all understand how we got the 1 hour? Let me know if you all understand how we got 1
Yes,
hour.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else
Yes, sir.
beside those 3 persons? Anyone else? Do you all understand how we got the 1 hour?
Yes,
for-
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I understand.
I understand as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Good. Some persons still haven't answered, and I don't want to call you out.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay,
Yes,
Mike.
sir.
Good. So that's how we get it, 1 hour. Okay, so do y'all think questions like these are easy or you'll find it hard? Time graphs.
Easy.
Easy, sir.
Easy.
Excuse me, sir.
Uh-huh.
Javen said no in the chat.
Jevin said no. Jevin came late, so he wouldn't understand. Jevin, you have to wait till we go on another example for you to understand it. Okay, so far from a time graph, if they give you a time graph, you should be able to figure out, you know, like when is the object moving forward? When is the object stationary? When is the object at rest? When is the object moving backward? Right? When is the object at constant speed? You have to know also the time taken for certain things to happen. So like how we did this is 10:45 to 11:45, figure out the elapsed time. And that's why we did elapsed time before this, because those questions come up, okay? Okay, good. Can I move from the slide? This is what I want you to do. I want you to, do me a favor. Y'all finished with this slide? Are y'all finished with this slide?
Yes.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so for those persons who have finished with this slide, I need you to take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do that for me right now. Those persons who are finished with this one, take a picture of this example and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those persons who are finished with this slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Myla?
Right here.
Okay, explain how we explain from A to C, our answers, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the question reads, Kevin rode his bike from his home to a friend's house. On the way, he had a flat tire. A. How many minutes after he left home did he have the flat tire? We got 45 minutes. In order to do this, we had to subtract 9:45 a.m. from 9 o'clock a.m., giving us 45 minutes since that is the time. And B. Write the answer as a fraction of an hour. In order to do that, we'd have to put 45 over 60, then divided by 5, which equals 9 over 12, which can be simplified by 3, leaving us with 3 over 4. For the final question, it reads, he then walked the rest of the way to his friend's house. How far did he walk to get to his friend's house? We subtracted 25 kilometers from 20 kilometers, leaving us with 5 kilometers. And for C, it reads, at his friend's house, he repaired the tire, played video games, then left. How long did Kevin stay at his friend's house? The answer is 1 hour since we subtract 11:45 a.m. from 10:45 a.m.
That gives you 1 hour. Thank you, Myla, for that explanation. And Casey, where's Casey? Casey Hamilton. Casey, are you there? I can't hear from Casey. Malik, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, explain how we got our answers from A to C.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Malik, can you explain our answer? Explain our answers.
Yes, sir. For number A, how we got that is by
Read the question first. Read the question first.
how many minutes after he left
No,
home
start
did
from
he
Kenny. Kevin, start from.
Kevin rode his bike home from his home to a friend's house. On the way, he had a flat tire. A. How many minutes after he left home did he have the flat tire? We have to find out the exact time that he had the flat tire. So,
Uh-huh.
and so we start to look on the chart.
Uh-huh. On the graph.
Look at the point where he was riding his bike. Then
He had a flat tire at 9:45, right?
and we subtract that by 9 a.m.,
Uh-huh.
which then gives us 45 minutes.
Good.
For question A, the second A, write the answer as a fraction of an hour. Since, well, we have to convert the hour into minutes,
Mm-hmm.
which will then give us 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
45, which then gives us 45 over 60.
Mm-hmm.
It can be divided by 5.
Yes.
So 45 divided by 5 gives us 9.
Yes.
And 60 divided by 5 gives us 12.
Good.
They can be simplified more. So we then have to divide them by 3.
Mm-hmm.
9 divided by 3 is 3.
Uh-huh.
And 12 divided by 3 is 4.
Very good.
For number B, he then walked the rest of the way to his friend's house. How far did he walk to get to his friend's house?
Uh-huh.
We then have to look at the part where the walking part in the chart.
This portion, yes. And so he started at 20 and he ended at 25. So what do we do?
We subtract them.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 kilometers minus 20 kilometers,
Is what?
which then equals into 5 kilometers.
Good.
At his friend's house, he repaired the tire, played video games, then left. How long did Kevin stay at his friend's house? We then have to look at the hour in between 11. He arrived there at 10:45
Mm-hmm.
and left there 11:45,
Yes.
which means we then have to subtract them both.
Yes.
11:45 a.m. minus 10:45 a.m., which then gives us 1 hour.
Very good. So our answer here is going to be 1 hour. All right, good. Do we understand how we got our answers? Let me put them inside the chat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let me put this here and clear out my drawings. Okay, so let's do another part of this question. So we're still using the same graph, right? But we still have more questions to answer based on this graph. So let me put this on the side. On the graph, you notice this thing says 13. So it goes from 12 to 13. What does the 13 mean? When I say 13?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
What does the 13 mean?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Very good. 1 o'clock. Very good. So that's what 13 means. That's in military time. So that's why it says like that. So we're still using the same graph. By the way, for those persons who have not sent in their work, I need you to send in the work, please. I asked you to send the notes for the second diagram. That's what I asked you to do. So you all who haven't sent in your notes, you need to do that for me. All right, so. Okay, so we have other questions on this. Okay, so it says here, this is part D. Part D says, on his way home, on the way home.
Excuse me, Mr. Bati.
Uh-huh.
Are we supposed to draw the diagram again?
No,
or
don't draw the diagram again. That's, you already drew it, so you don't have to draw a diagram again. So on the way home, right? On the way home, Kevin stopped. There's a capital K for Kevin. On the way home, Kevin stopped at a shop. How far is it from his friend's house? Or how is it
Excuse me,
is,
Mr. Petit.
yes, go ahead.
May I be excused?
Yes, we can. How far is it from his friend's house to the shop? Okay, so let's go back to the question. So for the question, it says that he on his way home. So he's going back. Here he's going back home. How do we know he's going back home in this instance? How do we know? that this is the place that he's going back home?
It reverses.
Because the line
Very
descent.
good, because the line is descending, it's in reverse, right? So this part represents the part that he's going back home. It says on his way home, Kevin stopped at the shop. How far is the shop from his friend's house? What do y'all think is the answer? How far is his friend's house to the shop? How far is it from his friend's house to the shop? Nobody knows? How far was the distance?
25 minutes.
Say it again.
25 minus 10.
25 minus 10. What is 25 minus 10?
15 kilometers.
15 kilometers. How did you get 15?
Because his friend's house is at 25
Uh-huh.
and the shop is at 10. So subtract the 2.
Very good. So his friend's house, if we look at his friend's house is 25 kilometers, right? That's his friend's house, 25 kilometers. Right? Now, the store is how many kilometers?
10.
10. The store is 10 kilometers. So if you want to figure out the distance from the store and his friend's house, what do we have to do? We want to figure out this distance. What do we have to do?
Subtract.
Subtract 25 from 10.
Very good. We have to subtract 25 from 10. So that means our answer is going to be our answer is 25 kilometers. Minus what? Minus 10. Where's a Johnny?
Yes.
Where's your work?
I'm sending it now.
Johnny, you need to send in your work. That's what you need to do. Akiro, where's your work? Where's Akiro? 25 minus 10 is what? Twenty-five minus 10 is 15. So it's going to be 15 kilometers. Because they asked for the distance, right? The distance from his friend's house to the shop. All right. Do you all understand how we got 15 kilometers? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So 15 kilometers. How do we get it? Well, we got that because his friend's house is 25. His friend's house is 25 kilometers away, and the shop is 10 kilometers away. So we have to subtract 25 and 10 to get the distance that he traveled, right? The distance from the friend's house to the shop. Okay, that's one question out the way. Okay, next question says, it's going to be question E. Calculate his average speed after he left his friend's house for the store. So this question is asking us for average speed. Now, does anyone remember what's the formula for average speed? What is the formula for average speed?
Distance divided by time.
Average speed is going to be, so if we remember the speed triangle, speed distance triangle, this is the triangle right here. Now for the triangle, the speed distance triangle, we know that distance is on top, speed is to the side, and time is at the bottom. So based on this, if we're trying to find the speed, right, we have to find out the distance all over what? Time, right?
The time.
All over time. So average speed, they want us to figure out the average speed. So average speed, right? So average speed is going to be equal to what? The distance.
Distance divided by time.
Distance divided by time. Now, what is the distance? The distance from his friend's house to the store. We just saw that. We just answered that. What's the distance? The distance from his
15
friend's.
kilometers.
15 kilometers.
Yeah, the distance from his friend's house to the store is going to be 15 kilometers. Which we just figured out. Now, here's the deal. We want to figure out the time. The time taken from him. The time taken from him leaving his friend's house, right? Right here. So the time taken from him leaving his friend's house to arriving at the store. Right? So from leaving his friend's house to arriving at the store, what time is that?
I think that's 12:15.
30 minutes.
That's what?
30 minutes.
So the time, okay, what time did he leave his friend's house? What time?
11:45.
11:45, very good. And what time did he arrive at the store?
12:15.
12:15. 12:15.
12:15. So he left his friend's house at 11:45 and he arrived at the store at 12:15. Do you all understand that? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
So he arrived, he left the store at, he left his friend's house at 11:45. He arrived at the store at 12:15. So what's the duration of time from 11:15 to 12, from 11:45 to 12:15? It's going to be what? 11:45 and 12:15. So if you go from 11:45.
An hour and 10 minutes.
No, man, definitely not. No. Let me show you. Remember, 11:15, right? 11:15. If we do 11:15, right? And we add 15 minutes to that, we get what? From 11:15 to and 15 minutes, what would we get?
11:30.
No, I say 11:15, 11:45. So if we move from 11:45 to 12 to 5 and plus 15 minutes, that's gonna be what? 12 o'clock, right?
Yes, sir.
So from 11:15 plus 15 minutes, right? That's gonna be what? 12 o'clock. Now, if we're moving from 12 o'clock, right, to 12:15, how many minutes already passed by? From 12 o'clock to 12:15, that's going to be what?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Good. So in total, how many minutes move from 11:45 to 12:15?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Very
30
good.
minutes.
That's going to be 15 plus 15. Or what is 15 plus 15? That's going to be what?
30.
30.
30.
30, very good. So this is going to be 30 minutes. Now remember I taught you all that we do not do it as minutes, right? We do it as an hour. So what is 30 minutes in terms of an hour?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Very good. 30
An
minutes is
hour.
30 minutes is
Half an
half an hour. So it's going to be equal to let me erase this side. So this is going to be equal to 15, right? Divided by what? Divided by
30.
Half an hour.
not 30, half an hour, because
Half an
30
hour.
minutes, 30 minutes is half an hour. Remember, 30 minutes is half of an hour. Do y'all know that? Y'all know that too?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's a half.
yes.
Okay, 30 minutes is equal to half an hour. So 30 minutes is half an hour. So when we have to divide the 15 and 1/2. So I'm gonna do that on this side. So
You
I'm,
keep change flip.
yeah, we KSF. So I'm gonna put this answer. I'm gonna put it here because I don't have enough space. So it's gonna be 15 divided by a half. Now this is gonna be equal to 15/1 divided by what? Divided by
1/2.
1/2, yeah, 2. And then remember what do we do here? We KSF, right? We keep, change, flip. So we keep the 15/1. It is going to be that, right? 15/1. We keep that. We keep 15/1. We change the division sign into what?
Multiplication.
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 Good. And then we flip the 2 and the 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be 2 over what?
1.
1.
Over 1. And then we have to multiply. What is 15 times 2? What is 1 times?
30.
It's going to be
30.
30 over what?
1.
Over 1.
1. It's going to be equal to 30 what? Kilometers per what? Per hour. So let me do a quick recap on what we did. What did we do? We know the distance is 15 kilometers because we're trying to find average speed, and average speed is going to be distance over time. The distance is 15 kilometers. The time is 30 minutes. And so we do 15 divided by 1/2 because 30 minutes is half an hour. All right. Then we say 15 over 1/2. That's basically 15 divided by 1/2. We keep switch flip. So we keep the 15 over 1. We switch the division sign into a multiplication sign, and then we flip the fraction. So this 1 goes to the bottom, this 2 goes on the top. So now we have 15/1 multiplied by 2/1. What is 15 times 2? That's going to be what?
30.
15 times 2 is going to be 30. It's going to be 30/1. And what is 30/1? That is what?
30.
30 kilometers. So the answer is 30 kilometers per hour. Question, do you all understand how we got 30 kilometers per hour? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Someone have a question.
Why do you change the what do you call the minutes? I mean the minutes part. Like you see how you change it into 1.5, which is 30 minutes, which equals half an hour. Why did you change it to that?
Because we don't express our speed in terms of minutes. We'll do like we do it in terms of hours. So it'll be like kilometers per hour or miles per hour. It's not like kilometers per minute or miles per minute. It's miles per hour or kilometers per hour. So you always change it to hour.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Anyone finished with this slide? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
I am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you finish with this, if you are finished with this slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Tyra, do you understand how we got 30 kilometers per hour?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good, Tyrone. Tyra Sands, you understand how we got 30 kilometers per hour? I can't hear from Tyra. That's strange.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
No, sir.
You don't understand how we got 30 kilometers?
Well, I could see how you got it, but if I was to try and solve all this on my own, I wouldn't.
All it is dividing fractions. You remember how to divide fractions?
Yes, sir.
So you understand how we changed the 30 minutes to half an hour? Or no?
No, sir.
No? It's like if I say it's 7:30, right? If I say the time is 7:30, I can say the time is 7, or we could say like, how could I explain this? 30 minutes is half of an hour. Like that's always true because an hour is how much minutes? How many minutes is an hour? 30 minutes, right? So if an hour is 30 minutes, I'm sorry,
No,
60. An hour is 60 minutes. So if an hour is 60 minutes, what is half of 60?
30.
30. So that's how we know that 30 minutes is half of an hour. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now we have 15 divided by 1/2. So 15 divided by 1/2. So what does that mean? That means that we're going to say 15/1 divided by 1/2 because we just put the 15/1. Okay. Then it's now just a problem of dividing fractions now. So we keep this fraction, we switch the sign, and then we flip the fraction. So we keep 15/1, we change the sign into multiplication, and then we flip 2/1. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is 15 times 2?
30.
30, and then we put it over 1. So that's how we get 30 kilometers per hour. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I need you all to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you all to do that right now. And that's everyone. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I not only want a few of you all to do it. Everyone, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's what I need you to do. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're gonna move on to English language. Let me put this inside the chat, please. All right, if you understand how we got our answers for the time graph questions, put I inside the chat, please. If you understand how we got our answers for the time graph questions, put I inside the chat for me. Again, for those of you who understand how we got the time graph questions, put I inside the chat. Jevin doesn't. Jevin, you have to pay attention. So we're gonna move on to
Write the notes after.
say it again.
Write the notes after.
Yes, write the notes out after because we're moving on to language. All right, again, for those of you who understand how we got the answers for time graph questions, put I inside the chat for me. Okay, so take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Please do that now. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, so let's move on to English language. Let me head up. Let's head up properly. So today is Monday the 4th of March, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. English, sorry. English language. Now, in English language last week, anyone can remember?
Excuse me, Miss William.
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
Can you please send the notes on the chat, please?
No sort of for the last one. I already did, Yeah, I did. All right, for our last English language class, anyone can remember what we did? What we was talking about?
Tense shifting.
Tense shifting. Yeah, tense shifting. And then what did we learn in that particular class? About tense shifting. Should we continuously change our tenses, or is it better just to use one tense and stick with it?
It's
Just to
better just
use
to
one
use
tense. Stick
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, better to just use one tense and stick with it instead of constantly changing tenses. Then you get yourself into problems. We also learn about the right. We also learn about the right way to use the simple past and then the other type of past that changes, that inserts a word next to the participle. Okay, you all finished with the maths. Have you already sent all the notes for the maths? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. All right, so the topic that we're gonna be looking at today is detecting bias. Now, when we say bias, does anyone know what we mean when we say bias?
No, sir.
I think
Curry
people
favor.
like
Say it again. Say it again. Detecting bias. What do we mean by bias?
Curry favoring, like use that a person who pick somebody they mostly like.
Okay, curry favoring. That's very close. Anyone else? What do we mean by bias? If something is biased, what do we mean?
Prejudice.
It's
One-sided.
prejudice. One-sided. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at how to detect bias, recognizing unreliable information, right? So if something is biased, right, that means that it's not reliable. You cannot depend on it because it's not presenting the truth as it's supposed to be, right? So let's first define what bias is. So bias is a subjective way of thinking. Now, when we say subjective, subjective means that we are in contrast or we're in opposite to something that is objective. Now, objective basically means something that is clear cut, something that is, it's one way all the time. It's the truth, right? Something that is objective is like it doesn't. If something is objective, that means that it is not biased. It means that it's the truth. It's the whole truth. It's a particular way of thinking that is stable throughout. Subjective means sometimes, maybe, but objective means clear cut straight through all the time. So a bias is a subjective way of thinking. So that means that if it's subjective, that means that, and that's fair. It's not another way to describe something that is subjective. If something is subjective, that means that it depends on the person you ask. For example, let me give you an example. If I say 2 + 2 is 4, right? Is that an objective statement or is that a subjective statement? 2 + 2 is 4.
Jack?
Subject? What do you think? If I say 2 + 2 is 4, is that objective or subjective?
Objective.
Objective. Why?
Because it's a fact.
This is the fact. Because it's the truth. It's the truth all the time. So it doesn't matter who you ask. 2 + 2 is always gonna be 4, right? That's nothing. That's like, I know that's not an opinion. 2 + 2 is always 4. That's something that's objective. It's an objective truth, right? Now, what if I said that? What if I say that barbecue meatballs is the best dish in the world? Is that subjective or is that objective?
Subjective.
Subjective. Why?
That's your opinion.
That's your opinion. Not everyone think that.
Very good. It's an opinion, right? It's not the truth always. It's based on someone's feeling. So when you talk about objective things, it's something that is the truth. It doesn't rely on anyone to agree on it. It's always the truth. It's a fact always. It has nothing to do with a person's feelings or their opinions. But something that is subjective means that it's based on person's opinions and their views, right? So bias is a subjective way of thinking that tells only one side of a story. Now, someone said that bias means one-sided, and that's exactly what it means. So bias is a subjective way of thinking that tells only one side of the story. Now, if something is telling only one side of the story, is it truthful?
No, so.
No. If
No, sir.
it's only telling one side of the story, then it's not. It cannot be. We cannot rely on it because it's only telling one side of the story, right? So it occurs So bias occurs. It occurs when someone deliberately or unintentionally influences you by presenting a slanted view of information someone influences you by presenting a slanted view of information or by presenting an emotional appeal. Right? So when something is biased, they might try to, play on your emotions, right? When something is biased, it's slanted, right? It's a slanted view of information, right? It's not um it's not the correct truth. It's perverted. So now because because it's slanted and because it's not the right way, the result is that sometimes inaccurate information. What do we mean by inaccurate? Inaccurate means that it's what? Not correct, right? The result is that sometimes inaccurate information is presented or false impressions or a false impression is created. When you listen to information, it is important that you identify. It's important that you identify whether there is any bias in the information. Now, why do persons deliver information with bias, right? So why do they do it? Now, when you are listening to information, you have to be careful to make sure you listen out to see if there's any bias. And that's when that's what we call critical thinking. You make sure and try to check, hey, is there any bias? Is this person presenting something in a way to try to convince me of something that's not really true? Now the question is, and this is especially for when you're looking at listening comprehension. So if you have like a listening comprehension passage, you might be listening to hear for any bias, especially for those who don't paper 2. That's oral, so you have to do listening. So inside your listening exercises, you listen out for bias. Now below, and that's going to help you with just critically analyzing the text, whether you're reading or writing or listening. So below are some possible reasons why people present biased information. So it's like, why do people present biased information? Well, the first reason, or one reason, is they are relying on incomplete information. Go ahead.
Inside the JPR questions, could there also be biased opinions?
No, JPR questions is like JPR questions is when they ask you a question. When we talk about identifying bias or detecting bias, we're talking about when you're reading something or when you're listening to a passage being read, you want to be able to recognize where they are being biased in the way that they're presenting it. All right. So, but inside of your JPR question, you don't want to be biased, right? And you want to try to present stuff as objective as you can. And that's what it means to be good at writing. You don't want to be biased. You don't want to just present it in a way that that is unreasonable, right? You want to present it in a way that they could rely on, a person could rely on your information because they know that you're not trying to deceive them. You're actually just trying to show them the right way. So another reason why persons might be biased is because they are trying to deceive people. Now, this is particularly true when you look at, anyone ever been to a rally before? Like an election rally? Anyone ever been to a rally before?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so a rally is a perfect place where you could be able to detect bias. Now, what are the bias at the rally? Well, the first thing that they try to do is they try to make it seem that everything that they have done is good for the country. All right, that's what they do. I don't care what party it is. They try to present that, they try to say that whatever they do for the country, it was good. The second thing that they try to do is they try to make it seem that whatever the other person do for the country was bad. That's bias. Bias means that you are trying to present information so that you could look good or so that your party could look good. That's being biased, right? So they never say, oh, what this party did was good or what that. No, they always talk about that their party did what was right and the other party trying to, break down the country. So that's a good place where you could identify bias, especially at election rallies. It's very big in politics, bias propaganda. Okay, the next thing about bias is that they want you to believe what they are saying. And their past experience is influencing their thinking. And they are trying to persuade others. So that's why people present biased information. They present biased information either because they are relying on incomplete information. They are probably trying to deceive someone. They want you to believe what they're saying. They have past experiences that validate their convictions and they are, imposing that on you. And then number 5, they are trying to persuade others. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna read to you a passage, and I want you to see if you could detect the bias in it, right? So all right, so listen to the passage carefully and tell me if you could detect any bias in the passage. All right, so who is Dior Ramsey? Who's that?
I'm no.
You're new. You're supposed to come at this time, or you're supposed to come earlier?
Earlier.
Oh, you just made it this time.
Yes.
Okay. The word is yes or no, sir, when you're referring to me. My name is Mr. Petit. I'm the one who's teaching these classes. So what I need you to do is I need you to write down these notes. You missed all of math, so at least you can get some of English. So write these notes inside of your book. And then once you finish, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, the first thing is, oh, let me read this passage and let me see if I could detect the bias. So it says aloe vera is an important plant. Why? Well, it provides rapid soothing of burns, cuts, scrapes, and skin irritations. It also assists in healthy digestion. Aloe vera has natural detoxifying abilities. Drinking aloe vera juice made from the gel and mixed with the rind of leaf will improve bowel regularity and increase protein absorption. Aloe vera has also been shown to help in soothing heartburn and other types of digestive problems. I personally believe that aloe vera juice should be part of your daily diet. Good. That is the passage. Do you all detect any bias in that passage?
Yes, sir, the last sentence.
The last sentence.
What the last sentence is?
I personally believe
I
that
personally
aloe vera
believe that
should be a
aloe
part
vera
of
juice
your
should
daily
be-
diet.
So what's the bias there?
That's their personal belief.
That's their personal belief, okay? All right. Anyone else? What's the bias? It's very clear.
That aloe vera.
You don't know?
I mean, they just basically about aloe vera and nothing else.
And nothing. Okay. Okay. Say it again. They trying to persuade us. What are you trying to persuade us? They trying to persuade us to make aloe vera juice a part of their job. Say it again.
Trying to persuade us to buy that product.
They're trying to persuade us to buy their product. Okay. Okay. So my question
They're
is,
trying to persuade us to make aloe vera a part of our diet.
okay, they're trying to persuade us to make aloe vera. So let me ask you a question. Did they mention any negative impacts of aloe vera? Did they mention any negative sides to it? Like, did they present both sides? Right?
No, they only one side.
Yeah, they only talk about how beneficial it is, what it good for, what it could do, and all them stuff, right? They mentioned, they didn't mention that drinking too much aloe vera juice can make people sick, right? And he didn't mention that the inner gel, like the rind of the leaf, essentially has no nutritional value, right? And he also didn't mention that that light and oxygen break down the beneficial properties of aloe vera. So here's the deal. When a person only present one side, like they only say, oh, it's good for you, it's good for you, good for you, good for you, and they don't mention any precautions, then that person is biased, right? So now it doesn't mean that what they say isn't right. Certainly, we know, give me one moment. Certainly, we know that aloe vera has lots of good properties, but you have to, if you're presenting something on aloe vera, you have to present both sides. You can't just state that, oh, it's good for you, it's good for you, good for you, and not fail to mention that in which cases it might be bad for a person, all right? So, or it might cause some negative impact. So you want to make sure that you are not biased in that situation. So how can we be protected against bias? So the first thing is, someone had a question before we go on.
No, it wasn't a question.
Go ahead.
I was that you was going in and out. I don't know if that's me, but like it was breaking up.
On my side, it was breaking up.
I was breaking up? Okay, what I was saying is that you want to be able to present on both sides of the situation. In fact, I'm going to write it down. So here are two helpful. Here are two
May I
helpful.
be excused, please?
Yes, you can. Here are two helpful points
Thank you.
to help you detect bias. Here are two helpful points. So the first one is pay attention to see if both sides of an issue are covered equally. So make sure to see if that they present both sides. And in the case with the aloe vera, they didn't mention any precautions. So they're definitely being biased. They're not showing the full scope of the thing. Next, think about the speaker's word choices. Does he or she uses strong language that seems positive or negative? Judgmental. If so, bias is probably present. So in order to avoid bias in your own writing, and in order to detect bias in other person's writing, you need to make sure that you pay attention to see if both sides of an issue is covered with the same weight, right? You need to make sure and check if, look at the speaker's words. Do they use strong language that seem positive or negative, or they're judgmental? So you could use, we have a scale for bias. So when it comes for bias, there's different scales. So you can say something is almost totally unbiased, which means that it's objective. That's very good when something is objective, when it's almost totally unbiased. There's no real bias to it. Then you have something that is fairly reliable, which means that it's mostly unbiased. So you could fairly have some sense of reliableness. It fairly has a sense of reliableness to it. Then you have something that is somewhat biased. Then you have something that is fairly biased, which means that it's probably unreliable. Then you have something that is totally biased, which means it's highly subjective, right? So that is one thing, all right? Let's go on to the grade exercise. I'm gonna put it, let me see if I can fit it on the same side. Yeah, I'm gonna put the grade exercise on the right-hand side so I wouldn't have to change the slides. Okay, so grade exercise number 1. All right, for the grade exercise, answer this inside of your book, please. Number 1 is define bias. Number 2, true or false? Bias can be intentional, or unintentional. Again, once you finish with the notes, then you can move on to the grade exercise. True or false bias can be intentional or unintentional or deliberate. What is the result of bias? Number 4, state 2 possible reasons why persons present bias information. Give one way to check against bias. 6. Right. O for objective and S for subjective. Two times 8, 2 times 3, 6. B AFC is the best fast food chain. Or all the fast food chains. Let's see. There are 12 months in a year. Okay, so for number 6, you're gonna write O for objective, and then you're gonna write S for subjective. So if the statement is a subjective statement, write S. If the statement is an objective statement, you're gonna write O. All right. And for number 1, it says define the term bias. Number 2, true or false bias can be deliberate or unintentional. Number 3, what is the result of bias? Number 4, state 2 possible reasons why persons present biased information. Number 5, give one way to protect against bias. Number 6, write O for objective and S for subjective. All right, Ajani, are you finished? What number you on, Ajani? Are you finished with the notes? Ajani, where's Ajani?
Yes.
What number you on?
Number
Ayana, what number you on?
number 2.
Number 2. Akira, what number you on?
2, sir.
Number 2, have you sent in the notes as yet?
No, sir.
Why is that?
I was going to class.
No, don't do that. Send it right now, please, because you always do that and never send it. From now on, send the notes when I ask them, please. Do you hear me, Akiro? Don't send all them out after class because you always just forget. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
But I haven't received the notes yet. So what you waiting on? Alicia, where's your work?
Pardon?
Have you sent in your work as yet?
For English?
For math, you sent in the math ones?
Yes.
Okay, what number you on for English?
Number 4.
For Alicia McIntosh, what number you on? Alicia?
You talking to me?
Alicia McIntosh. There's only one Alicia now.
6.
What number? What number are you on? Alicia, what number you say you on?
Number 6.
Number 6, okay. And Aliyah Star, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6 as well. Aliana, what number you on?
Pardon?
What number you on?
I'm on number 4.
4. Amaranik, what number you on?
Number 5.
5. Angel, what number you on?
Number 4.
4. Bethany, what number you on?
Number 5.
5. And Rihanna Roll, what number you on? Rihanna?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Brian Bree, what number y'all on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Chai, what number you on?
I'm on number 5.
Number 5, okay. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. China, what number you on?
Number 4.
Joseph, what number you on? Where's Joseph? Joseph? Joseph, Kalma, what number you on? Where's Joseph? Joseph Kalma? I can't hear from Joseph. Dari, where's Dari? Dari, are you there?
Yes, sir. How are you breaking up?
What number you on?
I'm on number 6.
Okay, and for those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Excuse me, Mr. Batum.
Daniel, what are you working on? Say it again.
I was
One
wondering
moment,
if
one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment. What you mean you wasn't working on nothing? And I tell you to go on the videos and finish them? Say it again. Did you let your mommy know?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if something like that happened, you have to message me and let me know. I think that I'm thinking that you're working, but you're not working. So you have to let me know, Daniel.
Yes, sir. I apologize.
All right. Ciara,
Yes, sir.
what's happening? I don't understand what you're saying.
I was wondering if I could my work on my mommy can she stepped out.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Joseph, where's Joseph? Joseph Kalma. What number you on? Or are you still writing the notes?
5.
Number 5? Okay.
5.
Okay. And Dia Gibson, what number you on? Dia Gibson, what number you on? And Dion, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. And Dior Ramsey, what number you on, Dior?
I am number 2.
Number 2. Once you finish Dior, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number is, put my number in the side of the chat, 426-8891. You understand me, Dior?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Dante, what number you on, Dante? Darvel. Dante Darvel, what number you on? And from Dante. Egypt, what number you on, Egypt?
Number 5.
Number 5. And Evanice, what number you on? Okay. Jevin, what number you on? Jevin, what number you on?
On number 3.
Number 3. Jeremy Lines, what number you on, Jeremy? Say it again. What number are you on?
6B.
Number 6B. Is anyone who's finished? Let me know if you're finished with the work.
Yes.
I'm only on from a few of you. Anyone else who's finished? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm finished.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay, and Casey, what number you on?
I'm a 6-0.
Where's Kima?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes?
Right now.
Why you always just do this? How come every night I have to run after you for notes? Come on, man, stop your foolishness. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Kevin, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay. Kingston, what number you on?
I just finished my work, Mr. Petit, and I already sent it to you.
Okay, and Kyle, what number you on?
I'm finished and I sent you my work, so.
Okay. Mark, what number you on?
Yes, I send in my work now.
All right. And Nivea, what number you on? Nivea Garden.
I'm done. I sent the review already.
All right. Anyone else finished with their work so we can go?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go over the answers. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, let's go over it. For number one says, define the term bias. What y'all have for that one? Define the term bias. What is that?
Bias is a subjective way of thinking. Tells only one side of the story.
Very good. Bias is a subjective way of thinking and tells only one side of the story. How many persons have that? Let me know if you have that.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Very good. If you have it,
I do.
if you have it, put a tick. If you do not have it, put an X and correct your work. Next question. True or false? Bias can be deliberate or unintentional.
True.
I put true. True.
True. True. Very good. How many persons got that right? How many persons got that right? Let me know.
I am.
I did. I did.
Very good. True. Bias can be deliberate or unintentional. So that means that you can be biased and know it, and you can be biased and you don't even know it, right? Number 3, what is the result of bias? What is the result of bias?
Result is that sometimes inaccurate information is presented or a false impression is created.
Very good. The result is that sometimes an inaccurate information can be presented or false impression created. Very good. How many persons got that?
I did.
I did.
I did.
Mhm. If you got it right, put a tick. If you got it wrong, please correct it. State 2 possible reasons why persons may present bias. 2 possible reasons.
Their past is influencing their thinking
Very good. Their past experiences influencing their thinking. What else?
and
They're
trying
trying
to
to persuade
persuade others.
others.
They're trying to persuade others. Anything else? Another
It's
reason.
that we are trying to give you.
Very good. So we are trying to deceive you. What else? 2 reasons why a person may present bias. Anything else?
They
They
are
want
trying
to
to
They
be
are
deceive us.
relying on complete
They
information.
they are relying on incomplete information. Good. And what's the next one?
They want people
They
to
want
believe
people
what
to
they're saying.
what they're saying.
Yeah, they want people to believe what they are saying. Very good. Give one way to protect against bias. Give one way to protect
Pay
against.
attention to see if both sides of an issue are covered equally.
Very good. Pay attention. Anyone have that one? Pay attention to see if both sides of an
I
issue
do.
are
I
covered
do.
equally. Very good. Very good. And there's one other way. I didn't say it yet, but what's the next way?
Think about the speaker's
Think
word
about the
choice.
speaker's word choices.
Yeah, think about the speaker's word choices. All right, and number 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Is that objective or subjective?
Object.
Objective. Why is it objective?
Because it's a fact.
Because it's a fact, right? It doesn't change. It doesn't matter what persons may think or how persons feel. 2 times 3 is always 6. B, KFC has the best chicken out of all the fast food chains. Is that objective or subjective?
Subjective.
Subjective. Very good.
Subjective.
Subjective. Why is it subjective?
Because not everyone believes that
Because
KFC is
it's not a
Very good, because it's not a fact, it's an opinion. Part C, there are 12 months in a year.
objective.
Objective. How do you know that's objective?
That's a fact.
Because that's a fact.
That's a fact. It doesn't change, right? Regardless of who likes it or not, who thinks it, whatever, it doesn't change. All right. Yeah. Anyone got all right? Anyone got all right? Let me know if you got all right.
Yes, sir.
I did.
All right. Anyone else got all right?
I did.
Okay.
did.
Excellent. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. And if you got 2 wrong, put N. Right? All right, put I. 1 wrong, put Y. And 2 wrong, put N. All right, that brings us to the end of this lesson. Let me see what got their stuff correct. Very good. Very good. All right, if you have finished sending your work and taking a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, if you've already done that, then you can leave and I'll see you all on tomorrow.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
All right, good
Good
night.
night, Mr.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Here's somebody.
Go ahead.
I'm late today, so can you please send the math note to my mother's?
Yes, I can.
Good night.
Good night.